Welcome to the
It's
Inbetween.
so bad.
I know it is, man. Super duper bad. So what are you gonna do this week? What do you got planned, man?
Nothing.
Let's talk about anything else.
Chris is going out of town all week. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
She's
that.
going back to Texas.
Huh.
So I have to work by myself
Oh,
and not hang out with her for a week.
it's a bummer.
Yeah.
Oh, she has like a wedding to go to? Is that what it is? Or
No, she's going back to pack up a bunch of her stuff from her parents' place in Texas.
Oh, right on.
So I get to just break my diet and eat pizza all week. I'm stoked.
Wow.
She was like, "Oh, there's a little bit of pizza dough in the freezer," and I was like, "Nah." There's also Papa John's down the street. That's so awful. What are you up to this week?
Oh, jeez. I gotta find new game to stream because we finished Blaster Master, which had a super depressing ending.
Did it?
If you don't 100% that game, they just make you cry.
Really?
Yeah, I got almost 100% because I didn't realize that you could look at a map until, I don't know, a couple levels in, and I was like, holy shit, if we press L on the menu screen, there's a map.
Right.
And then from there on out, I cleared everything, got all the items, but I wasn't going to go back and try to figure out where I'd missed the other ones. And then, yeah, the final thing is, like, your partner. I don't know if you want to know, and spoilers if you haven't played Blaster Master, but the final scene is the girl that you've been traveling with takes the tank and launches into space because she has other missions to complete. And after the credits, she's like, if we'd only had more equipment, or if we had better equipment, maybe this wouldn't have happened. And, like, there's this weird, like, virus fungi stuff, like, growing all over and inside the tank. And she's like, this is the only option we have. Activate self-destruct.
Oh, no way!
Yeah, and that's what they leave you with, and they cut to the mainstream where it's like, da-da-da-da, and then, like, all the action-y music, and I'm like, whoa, what?
That game is so much different than how I remember it as a kid, because I remember, like, doing a lot more addition and subtraction. Oh, no, Math Blaster.
That's, yeah. Like, what?
That was a stupid joke. Number muncher.
Yeah, I don't remember anybody dying in Math Blaster. I don't remember Mavis Beacon murdering anyone. Logan just took a drink. I got a middle finger.
Water almost came out of my nose, so thank you. It's very few and far between that you get a good Mavis Bacon joke.
Oh, Mavis Bacon.
Is it Beacon or Bacon?
It's Beacon.
When I was a kid, it was Bacon.
We just all called it Bacon too.
Oh, did you?
But yeah, it's spelled Beacon.
Well, I guess I couldn't read as a kid.
Good job, Mavis Bacon. You did it.
Well done. You're trying to educate us, and you don't even know your own fucking name.
So I gotta find something new to stream. I've been looking at this like single player RPG, which I told you about, like the tabletop playing, like tabletop RPG type of thing, where there's only one player and then chat plays the world, which I think would be pretty interesting to try out.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see if that happens. I don't know. I finished Shadow of Mordor, so I might dig in the DLC.
Shadow of Mordor was amazing.
It's so good. Yeah, the game's great.
Ooh. Still dealing with that water coming out of my face.
Oh no.
You asshole.
Yeah, I'm just editing. And then there's new Dark Souls 3 DLC coming out next week.
Oh, wonderful.
I know, you're just anticipating that.
God, fuck that game. I hate those games. I hate them so much. Let It Die was so cool
Yeah.
when I started it off. And did you end up... Yeah, you played that the whole way through, didn't you?
I mean, I didn't play it all the way through, but I played a lot of it. Yeah.
And you thought it was decent?
Yeah, it was fun. It was good. I think it kind of got boring after a while because it was the same thing over and over. And
The world is so cool.
but the world's awesome. Like the setup for the story and the environments are really neat and all that. But the gameplay kind of, I don't know, got boring after a while.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's fair.
Especially since you can't get connected to your character because you die it all the time.
Right.
And unless you're able to like spend the currency to revive your character, then you just lose that character that you've been working so hard on. And I don't know.
And do you get to go, like, collect your body again and get all your items back?
When you die, Uncle Reaper or whatever the hell, Uncle Death, whatever his name is, he takes your body back to the cooler. And in order to reactivate your body, you have to spend a certain amount of currency. I think that's how it goes. Or maybe you do have to go reclaim your body. It's been a while since I played. I don't remember exactly. But I remember there being a thing that you have to pay for and then another retrieval. Maybe there's both
Is it,
options.
like, in-game money or, like
Like,
actual real-life currency?
both. So it's like in-game money.
Oh, no shit.
In-game money. It's a free-to-play game. So if you pay money to play...
It's pay to win?
It's pay to win.
Fuck that. I'm so fucking tired of that shit.
Me too. But it makes money, dude. And that's why it keeps happening.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like game pre-orders and DLC and all that stuff. Like, it makes money.
Can't people just put out a finished game?
No.
Like, I think, aside from Horizon Zero Dawn, right, which I love, that was a very complete and wonderful game right when it released.
Right.
The only one behind that, and I know people are going to disagree with me on this, was No Man's Sky. That was a complete release game. Because it was just about exploring space. And people wanted it to be, like, much more than it was.
Right.
But, you know, being a navigator and going through space, that was a perfect release game. It was what it was.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, I can't remember the last game that I had that was, like, perfect upon release. Oh, well, the last Batman game.
Arkham Knight?
Yeah. Perfect.
It's so funny that
game.
you're choosing these games that, like, No Man's Sky was just rife with all this stuff about the creator, like, just full out lying about features that were going to be in the game that weren't.
Right.
And then Arkham Knight had so many glitches and issues when it first came out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love
They
that
had
game.
to refund people on the PC because they were refusing, because the game just wouldn't run.
Really?
And there were so many frame rate issues and, like, all kinds of stuff that it just wasn't working correctly.
Well, I'm a console gamer.
Right, and that probably changes
I don't
things.
do the PC very much, unless it's like MMOs.
Sure.
What am I playing right now on PC? Blade and Soul, I love.
Right.
But really, I don't do a lot of PC games. I tried Fallout on PC, and this is going to be unpopular, but I fucking hated it.
Fallout 4?
Yeah, I hated it on PC.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
It just felt clunky. With a controller in your hand, it just felt a lot better than having to do the mouse and the keyboard and all that bullshit.
Yeah. I'm sure that's just all personal. That's all personal preference. Because, like, to me, any first-person game, I would much rather have a mouse because it's more accurate. Instead of, like, trying to work two sticks to look in a direction, I just move the mouse. Like, I would move my eyes or my head.
Like, I get that when it comes to, like, competitive gameplay.
Yeah.
It's always better on a PC.
Right.
But if I'm going for story, I want to be, like, immersed in the world. Like, Skyrim, I much prefer that on a console. Because otherwise it doesn't feel like you're in the world on the PC, to me. When you have that tangible controller in your hands, it feels like you're a part of the world. When you're on, you know, keyboard and mouse, it just feels like homework.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I get that. I understand what you're saying, for sure.
Also, I am so bad at most competitive games. Like
I am too, man.
Overwatch and all that shit. Oh, I'm so bad at them.
Overwatch is probably the first game in years, other than like Splatoon and Smash Brothers, that I've been any good at, or even interested in playing. Like,
Right.
I don't like Call of Duty multiplayer. I don't like Call of Duty at all. Call of Duty or Call of Duty multiplayer.
Right.
Counter-Strike, I didn't really get into any of those online competitive stuff. Like, when I was playing WoW, I didn't do any of, like, the dueling or anything. I just wanted to, like,
Right.
adventure
You wanna
and explore
be
the
in the
world.
world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't do a whole lot of competitive stuff, but, I mean, now I'm playing, like, Battlefield 1 and Overwatch, which are fantastic, so...
And you like Overwatch, don't you?
Yeah, it's really fun. That is a solid game, and they just keep improving it, so...
I'm just, like, embarrassingly bad at that shit. Like, I loved, like, Star Wars Battlefront. 1 and 2 for the PS2, they were fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The new one, I am so fucking shitty at that game. And I try my hardest. And I've played with a couple of my friends, and they just have to carry me through that game. 2, I was amazing at. I loved that game. But man, am I bad at multiplayer games now. I fucking suck at Battlefront.
Yeah.
And I also don't like this, like, pay-to-play bullshit. Like, you have to spend, like, all of this actual real people money to buy weapons and shit.
To buy a digital thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you just... It does not matter. And the servers one day will shut down.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you have to show for it?
Right.
Nothing.
You've just handed over money.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. Totally agree about that. The only reason I get into any like multiplayer games or competitive games is because I have a group of friends that I play with.
Yeah.
I would not do it on my own. Like, even when I try to play Overwatch on my own, this is boring. And I go do
Really?
something else. Yeah. But when you're playing with a team and like strategizing and you're like, all right, let's all go in right now. And like, you know, when you're pressing the attack or when you're trying to sneak around and gank people or whatever, like that's fun. But especially doing it on your own. So,
Yeah, it's a bummer.
not worth it. It's way more fun to be hanging out with people.
Exactly.
Really. So. Well.
And that's what we do with you guys.
And that's why we're here. So I hope you guys are enjoying this, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Sorry we still have to keep playing Final Fantasy VIII.
I'm sorry we're still on disc 1.
God damn it.
Of 4.
Of Thor. The most depressing end of sentence of all time. Of Thor.
Oh, God.
We'll see you guys soon.
See ya.